When your child melts down at birthday parties while every other kid seems to be having fun, the tags on the clothing just send them into a spiral due to how it feels. The sound of a vacuum cleaner might as well be a fire alarm in your kid's life. And every single day, you as a parent are just absolutely exhausted from walking on eggshells, trying to prevent the next sensory explosion or emotional meltdown. Like you've been told, as parents, it's just a phase. You've been told that maybe they'll just grow out of it. Some days you just wonder if you're doing something wrong as a parent, or is something wrong with your child, or if you're becoming too accommodating, or if other parents just think you're making excuses for what they call bad behavior. But you know what? Here's what nobody is talking about and nobody's telling you. Your child's brain and nervous system is experiencing a world completely differently than other children. It's not behavioral. Like it's not a parenting problem. It's not you, and it's definitely not something they're doing on purpose. Today we're gonna explain exactly what's happening in this brain-body connection in your child's body when they experience this sensory overload and overwhelm. Like why the traditional approaches just often plateau and fall short. And most importantly, how to finally truly help your child's nervous system find balance so that their life can find balance. In just the next few minutes, you're gonna discover why sensory processing challenges are actually nervous system challenges. It's something deeper. How something called the perfect storm sets these children up for sensory struggles, sometimes for a lifetime, and why addressing the neurological foundation can actually radically change everything, just like it did for this little girl named Aria. Let me tell you about this little girl and the transformation she experienced. According to her parents, she was often an extremely unhappy little girl in any environment. Like she refused to be in unfamiliar places with unfamiliar people and unfamiliar sounds. Like when her family tried to go out, anywhere, like when they'd finally occasionally attempt it, it would be the end. It would always end up with Aria completely melting down from sensory overload. Every outing was a gamble, a risk, and almost always a problem. Like every new environment was a threat. This isn't rare. This isn't uncommon. Today, 1 in 6 of every children experience sensory processing issues. 1 in 6. That's millions of families dealing with daily sensory struggles, being told just to wait and see while their children suffer, while their families suffer. But in Aria's story, it didn't end there. After starting Neurologically-Focused Chiropractic Care, her parents witnessed something just incredible. She went from screaming when others greeted her to smiling from ear to ear and engaging with them, happily greeting everyone she met. Her speech blossomed, it flourished. The child who was trapped in this sensory overwhelm finally found the freedom that she deserved. First, sensory processing disorder is a nervous system problem, not a behavior problem. We have to get the root cause of these things. Think of your child's brain and nervous system as an air traffic controller trying to coordinate the thousands of flights all at once. In kids with sensory challenges, that air traffic controller is just completely overwhelmed. It's oversensitized. When the nervous system can't properly filter and process this sensory input every day, feels like being dropped off into this chaotic carnival, this noise machine, glaring lights, screaming sounds, overwhelming smells, everything just spinning out of control, including emotions. This affects all 7 senses: the auditory, the sounds, the visual, the olfactory, the gustatory, which is the taste, the tactile, the vestibular, which is their balance, and most importantly, proprioception, just knowing where you are in space. Out of all these senses, proprioception is the most critical for brain development and function. We're not just talking about moments, we're talking about a lifetime in development. Yet this is the one nobody's even talking about. Second, there's 3 types of sensory stressors and sensory challenges that tell us what's happening. The hypersensitive kids often have an overreactive response to normal input, normal environments. They're the ones covering their ears, ripping off tags, melting down in crowded, noisy places. Their nervous system is stuck in this overdrive mode. Hyposensitive kids are just the opposite. They need intense input to feel regulated. They're constantly touching, crashing into things, seeking sensory input. Their nervous system craves with the weighted blankets and the tight shirts. Most kids can have both, which seems confusing until you actually understand the nervous system is just dysregulated, swinging between extreme balances, trying to find some balance anywhere. When you see these patterns, you're not seeing difficult children or difficult behavior. You're seeing a nervous system and a brain that's literally stuck and can't self-regulate. Number 3, the perfect storm. It creates these sensory challenges. Sensory issues don't just magically appear randomly. They develop through what we call a series of stressors called the perfect storm. These stressors accumulate through pregnancy, through early birth, early childhood, and beyond. Like, it starts with prenatal stress, then birth trauma, birth interventions, followed by early challenges like colic, reflux, constipation, and a lot of times suppressed immune systems, which leads to more antibiotics. Like, each stressor adds to another layer of tension and stress in the nervous system until it's just stuck in this sympathetic fight or flight overwhelm, like a smoke alarm that just won't stop going off. Like, this creates something called dysautonomia, like where the nervous system literally can't return to a calm, regulated baseline. It just stays stuck. It stays there. And number 4, why traditional therapies often hit this plateau. You know, occupational therapy and sensory integration therapy are incredibly valuable. Thank God for them. But when the nervous system foundation is stuck in this stress mode, it's like trying to remodel a house built on a broken foundation. It just doesn't work. Like, you can't teach coping strategies to a child's nervous system that's neurologically stuck in a fight or flight mode. Like, so many of these families add therapy after therapy, session after session, without addressing the root neurological cause. And the progress just flatlines. It's like pushing a car with the parking brake still on. Like, this is why so many parents feel overwhelmed and frustrated, just like their child, when their child works so hard in these therapies, but just can't hit their stride, can't hit their healing. Like, here's what we want you to remember. Here's what I want you to know. Like, your child is not broken. Like, they're stuck. Like, their nervous system is trapped in a pattern that can be shifted. Thank God it can be shifted. Like, when we address the neurological root cause through neurologically focused chiropractic care, the right type of care, like, we help release that tension from the source itself, the nervous system. We restore the balance. We help your child's brain finally process the world without this constant sensory overwhelm. Like, you don't need more labels. You don't need more therapies. You don't need to wait and see. Like, you need answers and action that address the root cause. Click on the link below in our bio, or just comment below. Start the conversation. Send us a DM to schedule your child's neurological evaluation with Trinity Life Center in Holly Springs. Let me, myself, Dr. Jason or Dr. Kelsey, and our team help your child experience the world of joy instead of this world of overwhelm.